in Mexico. Anybody knows me knows that for a fact. This is about that. This is about the fact that I told my friends, this is the first, if you go read that notice that I gave to the state, the very first paragraph said, I doubt there'll be any legal repercussions, but if there is, I will stand them.
Right.
And I did that because, number one, I'd already talked to everybody involved and knew that nobody was opposed to us opening our own poker rooms, except the gambling industry. And I told all players, they're going to come at us. They're going to come at us crooked. And that's what they've done. And I've been here, and I've been broke for years. I've never made a net. That's another problem I'm going to have because I've actually lost a lot of money. I lived on nothing but Social Security, $1,300 a month. And I'm so sick of critics telling me that I'm doing this for money. They're idiots. If they think I'm 69, what is money going to do? Give me a blowjob? What can I use for? I don't need it. But what I need is to leave my country with the First Amendment intact. And if I quit, I'm the last man standing. And if I quit, and the poker players will come right back and stand up and demand that their right be upheld, you're not going to have that right. Nobody's ever going to sit down and write out a list of grievances and hand deliver it to law enforcement and say, stop applying the law.
Right.
We did that, and they quit. And we can win, but we better join together and act like we better get an industry first. What I created was the Arizona Card Room, which, by the way, I'm turning over to another group so that if I get killed or die, which is a possibility, we could continue to sue these pricks because they have been trampling on our rights for many years. Poker is an international business. And I've told guys about 2 years ago, quit arguing over this. We do not know. First off, don't allow jackpots in your games. Do not touch the pot. Take your money out like if you need to, put a machine there and put in quarters. But you can make people pay for the equipment, and it's not a crime. We know
It's crazy.
but we need folks for being up boots and understand it is a sport. And quit trying to throw stupid little chance games into it. It's not enough strategic risk. You don't need to add them with eights and broken aces and that's incredibly stupid. And it's gambling. And to me, it's like taking money out of a prize pool at a NASCAR event and saying, every 10 laps we're going to take out $100, and then 3 weeks from now we're going to give it to whoever runs into the wall. That's what bad beat jackpots are all about. They're about, you misplayed your hand, we're going to make it up for you.
Right.
That's not the sport.
What's this sport then?
Huh?
What would you call poker? Not the game of chance, game of strategy?
I'm telling you, when you take money out of the pot, first off, you're stealing from the winner.
Right.
That's a no-no. You never touch the pot. The only one that touch the pot is the dealer pushing it to the winners.
Right.
That's the only way the game is profitable. When you take money out of it for any other reason, you're stealing. It's against the law. Now, when you force a game of like cracked aces on a sport, that's not, that interferes with the pot odds, it interferes with so many things. You got a guy with cracked aces sitting here blowing money into the pot with 2 guys that have a real hand. They're in a real contest, and this dickhead is sitting here greasing a pot because he knows he's going to get half of it. This is not right.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Now the $2 fee though, the $2 button fee that everybody keeps saying.
This is really, I don't know how people do not understand. Poker is an event that's played in single game for a prize pool, just like a race. It's like a NASCAR race type.
Right.
They race around the track going for a prize pool. Everybody in there is sitting on their ass, just like in poker. We're all sitting on our butts. You're utilizing skills and nuances that you've acquired and built up over the years. You know, if you're a grinder, you've got to have developed a pretty good system of disciplines to manage to survive as a poker player. That's a fact. If you're just going out there and going, I hope I get aces so I can get cracked aces and win a pot, you're a gambler. Poker players, real poker players love to play with gamblers because they win. That's the thing.
What about the buy-ins though? Why does it say 25 plus 5? What is that considered?
No.
Is it a rake?
You asked me about the fee, so let's
All right.
first.
Go ahead.
All I'm saying is, look on poker like you would a pool game.
Poker, our pool's all skill though. It's 100%.
Poker.
Not as much skill as it is in
Oh,
pool.
really? You could tell me how much skill there is in
If I could look at one person and be like, that guy can beat every person in this room, then yeah, I would put all my money against that one person in poker. I'd put it against 2 or 3 different people.
My grandfather was a grinder, and he made his liver. He never worked a day of his life. He shot snooker, straight pool. He played poker, and he won enough to make a decent living. But he also lost.
Of course.
And, well, you can't look at a guy and go, he's going to win in any strategic competition. Now, let me explain it, if I will. What's strategic is calculated risk-taking. To me, the government has an interest in chance gambling because there's no calculation. There's no calculation. When I'm sitting here, I got to look, I go, what are the pot odds? Well, first off, I'm not going to bet $9 to win 7. Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
You have no control of the outcome, though.
I certainly do.
You do, but only to an extent, though. Only to an extent, though.
For a scientific fact, when you deal out a hand of poker to 9 players, over half the time the person dealt a winning hand will fold before he gets to the prize pool. That's a fact. That is a scientific fact. Poker starts studied. What was it? 50 million hands. The hand you're dealt over half the time could probably win when you fold. Did you know that?
No.
The difference is skill, nuances, the ability to deceive, the ability to read through deception. You got to understand, poker involves everything that goes on in life. It's calculated risk-taking. I have to calculate. And am I right every time? No, I'm not. And I'm not in life either. If you're right enough of the time, and if you play your discipline, you get to play with the odds. That's what strategic competition is all about. When a guy makes a basketball shot at the buzzer by throwing a ball up over his head and goes in the basket, is that luck?
No.
No, it isn't. It's skill. He did it 100,000 times. When I sit here, and when Doyle played you, and I don't know how he's too old to me to be playing. I don't know how he has the energy. A good poker player like my grandpa could sit there and play for 10 hours and keep very disciplined all 10 hours. I don't play anymore because I can't stay awake.
Are you playing right now?
No.
You're not going to play?
I don't play poker anymore. I haven't played poker in a long, long time. I'm 69, I'm in pain, and I don't poker. I mean, and it's like, and I don't care, like, I'm not passionate about it. I'm passionate about freedom, buddy. That's all I've ever really been passionate about. And I told my friend back in 2005, you guys, you understand, these were all people that were upstanding. The mayor, the head of DPS, this is the highest officer on the non-commissioned officer on the Fort What You. These were members of my original Arizona Card League. And I told them at the time, if you sit down and issue a petition and invoke the right, you have to defend that right or you'll lose it. Now, I don't like the fact that the poker players around me call me a greedy prick, think they know what I'm talking about, and I don't understand it. The only thing I'm doing here is defending your right that you notice these people. The only reason there's a club here, and John knows this, is because I gave the state notice and said, if you attack us, we're going to hit you because you're misapplying sport of poker. They did not disagree. And in fact, if I could call them to testify, they would admit. You know, I went before the city council in Tombstone and because they turned down our check for a benefit we did for them.